all are listening and watching the MUW women versus Fontbonne University women's basketball game. The MUW women are coming into this game 5-10. Fontbonne University coming in 3-15. And I'm going to turn the mic over for just a little bit to the arena announcer, Mr. Harlan, while he reads the MUW starting lineup. Owls win the tip-off there. If y'all aren't already aware, I'm your play-by-play guru. Sam Yarbrough with me today. Kaylee Sanders, how you doing, Kaylee?
I'm good. I almost said like good afternoon or good morning, but I realized it was afternoon, so.
But yeah, it's only an hour away from morning. I feel like people will forgive you. I mean, a lot of the time during a midday game, I'll say something like they have, 5 rebounds on the night, and it's, 2 o'clock. But that was Esri with the 3 attempt, just didn't hit. That was a nice 3 there by number 12, Myers.
That's a good way to start off the game, too.
Esri almost able to get that rebound after the missed shot by Patrick, but Fontbonne ball. Kind of just trailed off there. Don't know where I was going with that, to be honest.
It's the rain.
Yeah.
Another bad weather day.
It's not still raining though.
The sun came back out, I guess.
We were talking earlier. I mean, I was walking over here and it was sunny, and Kaylee came over, probably 15 minutes after I did, and it was pouring rain. And then since then to now, in like 30 minutes, it's stopped raining again. That was a Pickett, almost able to regather that ball before it went out of bounds, but didn't get it in time, so Owls get possession. This is the last of the Owls' home game stretch.
They get a little break.
They're on a 4-game losing streak, and hopefully, they can end that streak with a win today and end the home game stretch with a win.
They brought pretty good energy the other night. I'm hoping we can redo that again today.
Got a travel called there.
It looks like the Owls are setting up plays a little better today with their ball movement and everything too.
That's a long 3 there by Leak. It hits. That ties the game up 3-3. And a rebound on the other end by Leak.
This is starting off as a 3 game today.
Leak looks for another one. Unable to get that one. What would you say is the key to getting a good lead here, and kind of maintaining it to be able to win this game for the Owls?
You got to make sure you start off right with those rebounds on defense and offense, of course. But keeping that energy, getting down the court fast, kind of breaking down any type of press that you have. You want to be the one that pushes first, not gets pushed first. That also sets a good mindset, too. Looks like we've got a lot of turnovers going there right now for both teams.
Yeah. And I would almost say that I think that's because both teams are doing pretty good defense.
Right.
It's not, neither of the offenses are making a lot of mistakes. It's just that the defensive side, the other team is just able to play that much better. So we could have a pretty low-scoring game today if that keeps up.
Good defense is key, though. Keeping that score up, too, as well.
Got Patrick with the ball over to Leak.
Good
Essery
drive.
driving in there, getting the layup. Owls now up by 2, 5-3. Leak thinking about pulling up from 3 there, but driving in, gets called for a travel.
Fontbonne is playing pretty good man-on-man today.
This game is for both teams definitely just starting out slower pace, not trying to force anything. They're finding some good opportunities.
They have. That was a good shot.
Nice three there, Conley Langford. That was a foul on Langford. Looked like Coach Drew wanted a travel call there on Fontbonne.
That three went in right before the shot clock went off.
There was a travel there on Langford.
Good look inside.
Foul is on Langford, her second, team second. Checking in for the Animals, number 10, Claire Reed. Number 1, Kamori Cornelius at the line, shooting 2.
Fontbonne is doing a lot of subbing in this first quarter already.
And they don't have that much larger of a roster. The Owls sit with 2 subs on their bench, and Fontbonne only has 3, so. Playing some more aggressive defense, making the Owls walk it down the court now.
Three on one right here.
Fontbonne able to get their own rebound, and
They don't look like they're afraid to shoot threes today.
shot clock counting down for them.
That was a good hustle by both teams right there.
Yeah, that was Brianna Beamer on Fontbonne diving for the ball, but looked like she dove and just knocked it out. It might have been out on the Owls if she had let it go.
We got a full court press now.
That's a nice three by Zoe Essery.
Let's hope we can maintain this lead that we have for the rest of the game.
I think the main key is just staying in it, you know, not letting them get a good lead too early or anything. And then if it's close towards the end, they can always close it out if it's, you know, 2 points or 3 points or something.
Good spin move there.
There's a jump ball called. Fontbonne University will get the ball.
To me, that looked like she hit it out, but I guess we'll take it.
I will say I don't completely understand the jump ball like rule, because sometimes I feel like they take a really long time to call it. Sometimes I feel like they call it super fast, and you know, I'm sure it's one of those situations where it's up to the ref, but I just can't. You know, I can't really figure out what the rule is just by watching what they're doing. I have to like look it up on my own.
And everyone's timing is different too, like you said. Like sometimes they call it late.
Because I would have kind of just considered that a block on Fontbonne.
That's what it looked like to me, but.
Or a blocked ball, not a block call.
The Owls haven't taken any free throw shots yet today.
We got 40 seconds now on the clock. 13-10 is the score after that basket by Leak.
We got a lot of fouls going on this first quarter by the Owls.
Nice pass inside there from Moody, but it looks like it was broken up by Fontbonne.
I believe that Fontbonne has figured out if they drive in, they can get those fouls called now. The Owls need to move their feet just a little more.
The free throw had a pretty high arc. It went up above the backboard. I don't know if you saw that.
They've only made 2 for 7 on those. Oh. That was good. She had me scared.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all heard it, but Kaylee over here went, oh.
At first I thought they were going to call a walk, but she maintained it.
Yeah. And that's it for the first quarter. Score 16-10. We'll be right back for the second. Owls will have the ball to start the second quarter. That was a 3 by Pitts.
We've got some shooters today, so.
Score 19-10 now. Owls getting most of their points, I believe, from 3.
Yes. From Thursday till now, they look more confident in shooting.
This is Esri shooting a free throw at the line, and it's good. That was a nice pass inside, and Fontbonne has had a few moments where, you know, if the ball had went in, they would have had some nice assists, but they just couldn't finish it out. Let's see if that, you know, remains a pattern for the game, or if they fix that.
Lucky for us, they haven't gone in yet, but too many times I don't believe that's going to happen.
And Leak will go to the line now to shoot. It will only be the second trip to the line for the Owls tonight, or so far. Score now 21-12. Got 8 minutes, 21 seconds left on the clock for the second quarter.
So, your opinion, if somebody is, let's say, like 5'1", especially for girls because they're usually not as tall as men basketball players, and a 5'6" player comes up behind them to get the rebound, would you call that overhead, or would you just say, like, they're just not as tall as them? Because that's what that kind of looked like in that situation.
I mean, it would depend, I feel like, on how they were trying to get the rebound.
Yeah.
And in that situation, I kind of feel like they just bumped into each other.
Yeah.
And at the same time, they didn't let that play out, but what it looked like is Patrick had won the rebound, and even after getting bumped into, she would have kept the rebound.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really think that made any kind of effect on the game. So I would probably say no in that situation. But I'm also not a basketball ref, so.
Yeah, I just feel like it's harder sometimes to catch those type of things, especially with the girls. You don't have all the general same height as you do with men, majority of the time.
Number 3, Jemima Bailey at the line for Fontbonne, shooting 2.
This might be the biggest lead that we've had in these last 5 home game stretch.
That's Pitts with a 3. Hits the rim, doesn't land in though. Looked like Rayford and Patrick were both trying to get that rebound, and
Just a little miscommunication, I believe.
they just kind of knocked it out of the hands of each other.
Something I'm noticing between both teams right now is none of them have a real designated post player.
Foul is on number 14, Darby Pitts. Her first, team second. Number 12, Aaron Myers at the line for Fontbonne, shooting 2.
Dealing with a little technical difficulty we had to take care of.
Checking in for Fontbonne, number 14, Michaela Hopkins, and for the Owls at number 41, Zoe.
We have Moody at the line. This is Aaliyah Moody. Not to be confused with Laylee Moody.
Number 2, Aaliyah Moody at the line for the Owls, shooting 2.
It'd be kind of funny if there was no relation between them.
Just similar
Just,
names.
yeah, just 2 random people had joined the team with the same last name and looked very similar to each other.
The similarity in names could be possible, but looking as identical as they do, I think that's a stretch.
Yeah.
But
There are people that, they just occasionally will see somebody out in public, and
Right.
they look like so similar to each other.
it is kind of weird how that works in a way, like doppelgangers. And
It's a nice rebound there by Moody.
I'm enjoying the hustle today between the Owls.
Al's definitely playing with some real energy that we haven't seen as much.
Right.
Score now 21-16. We got 4 minutes 55 seconds left on the clock.
Are you seeing anything that they really need to change after halftime when they come?
On the Owls, or for the Owls, I would say not really. They're playing pretty solid. They have been, smart with the ball, patient, finding the right looks. They've been moving the ball well.
Right.
I would say one thing, but this is also, just a general thing. Not 3 by Esri there. The defensive rebounds for the Owls.
Right.
They always, offensive rebounds for the other team. The Owls kind of always get out-rebounded in that category. And so, that would be the main thing, I guess. The looking to not give the other team second chances while also trying to give your team as many second chances as you could find.
I can see that. The box outs to do lack sometimes.
The refs called that ball out on Fontbonne there, or out on the Owls there, but it did appear to me that it went out on a Fontbonne player.
That's one of the things, like, one ref's going to be like, well, I didn't see this, and then the other one's going to be like, well, I did. You just can't really win or lose that one.
Yeah. With this timeout here, I forgot to give you all a timeout trivia question, so I'll give you the question and the answer right now. But the question is, in 2005, what WNBA team won the first and only championship for that franchise? Give you all a second to think about it. 2005, what WNBA team won the first and only championship for the franchise? You want to give them the answer, Kaylee?
Sacramento Monarchs.
Sacramento Monarchs, yeah.
I wasn't even old enough to understand what basketball was, I don't believe. I think I was not in my prime yet.
I mean, I was old enough to understand, but I definitely wouldn't say I was in my prime. It appeared that they gave the Owls the ball back there, but the Owls unable to make anything happen from it. Shot clock violation called. Fontbonne University will get the ball.
I believe the last time we played Fontbonne, they shot pretty consistently, and those shots have not been falling tonight.
Yeah, that last game against Fontbonne was kind of close, 68-62, and it was at Fontbonne. Each of the SLIAC teams will play, one home game, one away game.
We definitely seem to have home court advantage tonight.
Conley Langford at the line for the Owls, shooting 3.
And with those, after that trip to the line, score now 27-16. We got 2 minutes, 45 seconds left in this second quarter. That pass intended for Leak, but Fontbonne able to get a hand on it and break that up. And that was Beamer on the other end with the basket. A three by Pitt's a little long.
Not a bad shot, it just felt a little rushed.
That was a nice rebound by Moody there.
Good drive. Not afraid to draw the contact tonight.
Checking in for the Owls, number 4, James Patrick. And for Fontbonne, number 0, Brianna Langenberg. Conley Langford in the line for the Owls, shooting 2.
Got a minute 10 left on the clock.
Good steal.
Scores 29-18. Another steal on the other end. And nice job on Fontbonne keeping the ball in there. That was Cornelius with the basket.
Fontbonne trying to bring that lead closer together again.
I will say the Fontbonne University's numbers on their jerseys is not super easy to read from up here. I don't have great eyesight as it is. I wear glasses, so I understand that I can't see everything perfect. But they've got a black jersey on, and then the inside of the number is also black with a yellow outline, and it's just I don't think that outline's quite thick enough for me to be able to clearly see it.
It is a struggle. $30 seconds left.
Actually, no, the inside of the number is purple. I just saw that. Huh. It does appear that neither coach is completely happy with all the calls that are being made.
Absolutely not.
Some nights you finish out the game and there's one team that the coach is real upset with all of the calls, and the other team the coach is completely okay with all of them.
Right.
But in this situation, it doesn't seem like the refs are being unfair to either team. They're making calls on both sides, whether the coaches like it or not.
Either way, though, there has to be a loser, so.
And that'll be it for the first half. Score 32-22. Owls hoping to keep that lead going into the second half. And we will be back in just a few to start up that second half. underway. That's a nice rebound there by Essery. Fontbonne with some good ball movement coming out of the halftime. What do you think they talked about to kind of get ready for this second half?
Clearly not their three-point shooting because they're steadily doing that, but I don't know really because they were driving in trying to draw those fouls just like we were. But like you said, they didn't really have bad ball movement in my opinion in the first half either, so maybe just trying to make better shots, not as rushed to make that gap go down.
Got a travel call there on Leak. That's a nice three there by Langford.
Langford is very confident in her shooting, and I like that.
She is the scoring leader for the Owls.
She is.
She puts up, what is it, almost 20 points per game, 18.9 averaging.
They're full court pressing us now. My bad.
That layup just barely didn't hit.
Langford got hit in the nose, I believe.
Seems to be okay, kind of shaking it off.
That's something you want in a player, you know, somebody that can take a hit but not just give up in the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I mean, also, you know, you want somebody who can take a hit but also be able to, you know, dish out some pain as well. Not in the sense of,
right.
You know, you don't want a player that's just going to be able to punch anybody, but you want somebody who can, you know, body somebody up sometimes in pain or something. And
you don't need to be the bully, but you don't want to be bullied either in
absolutely.
any type of game.
Yeah.
I know when we would go into any type of conference game or whatever in high school, our coach would say be the one to hit first, not get hit first, because if you were to get hit first, it just changes your mindset of, man, I've been beaten down already. So to start the game right, we would hit first.
Jump ball called, and that will be Owl's possession.
See, now that looked like a jump ball. Like, I get that. Good ball movement there.
Nice basket by Langford. That was Bailey with the 3 on the other end. We have a timeout called. And with that, we have our timeout trivia question. For this second half, the question is, who won the first WNBA Sixth Player of the Year award in 2007? And in a couple of timeouts, we'll give you all the answer. Give you all an opportunity to kind of think about it, talk amongst yourselves. It appears we have the entire Allen's baseball team here.
I do believe that they're doing a halftime announcement during the men's game.
So we'll see if we catch that. And don't forget, you guys, men's game's coming up right after this one at 3. So if you stay tuned, or flip over to that one, you'll be able to catch it. Shot clock winding down. There's shot clock violation called. So Fontbonne will get possession. Al sub in Moody, Pitts, and Rayford.
Fontbonne is trying to fill that gap in.
A foul on Hopkins there.
Langford not giving that one up.
There's a tech called on Langford. Not sure I completely understand why that tech was called, but
I did see that they got in a little tussle when they were on the ground for the ball, but I believe words were exchanged as they got up. The ref just overheard that one. I believe they also put it on Fontbonne too, right?
I'm not sure.
Fontbonne's coach is still not understanding what's going on either.
I mean, it appears that the technical foul just
Neither team benefited from free throws on that one, so
Yeah.
I guess it's equal.
yeah, it kind of canceled out. That's what I was trying to say.
But you're fine.
Got an and one call for Fontbonne, so
That might have been the power of the Fontbonne needed, though, to get back in this game.
and that's Myers at the line to shoot. They're only sitting a 6-point game now. Have another foul call.
Tipped out.
Pass tipped out by Fontbonne. It's only a 3-point game now. Still in the third quarter, so still plenty of game to play, but
Coming into this next half with a little bit of foul trouble between both teams.
yeah, definitely started off, slow fouling at the beginning of the game, and then coming into the second half, quite a few more fouls
Right.
than we saw in the first quarter.
The Owlshield's trying to keep that gap, though.
Good ball movement by Fontbonne there. And a nice layup. Still 3-point game. Got 2 minutes left in this third quarter.
Number 14, Darby Bridgefield, coming out of shooting 2. Checking in for Fontbonne, number 22, Riley Pickens.
Nice job by Patrick keeping it in, but throws it right into the hands of Fontbonne there.
It looks like this next quarter is going to be a close one.
About a minute left in the quarter.
Good shot by
Nice
Pitts.
shot by Pitts there. Score now 47-43 with 45 seconds left.
Miscommunication on defense down there. A loss of a man, I believe.
With that layup on the other end by Fontbonne. Score now 47-45. 25 seconds left on the clock.
Fontbonne kicked that one out.
Owls may look to
Resetting the clock again.
It was 25 seconds right before the inbound. Now it's at 21 with 16 seconds on the shot clock. But with a kick ball, it should have gone back to 20, correct?
In my opinion, yes, but we're not on the same wavelength with these refs today.
That's a 3 by Essery there. Fontbonne trying to throw something up before time expires.
I believe she shocked herself with that one as well.
Say that again?
I believe she shocked herself with that shot as well.
She did seem to be, celebrating a good bit coming back down the court on that one. Scores 5-point game currently. Hopefully the Owls can keep that lead. We'll be back in just a minute with the fourth quarter. Nice layup there by number 12, Myers. It's a 3-point game, 50-47 now after that layup by Myers. Leak driving in.
A little hard off the backboard there.
Just needed a little bit more finesse and it probably would have landed.
Agreed. Good hustle.
Three there by Essery. Sitting at a 6-point game now. What do you, an easy layup on the other end by Fontbonne. What do you think the Owls should do to keep a lead, maybe extend it a little more, try and close out this game and get the win?
Be careful with these passes and making good ball movement. So far they haven't done too bad, but just making sure we don't give up easy passes and turnovers, I mean. But we're also rebounding pretty good on the defensive end, so.
There have been a couple of points for Fontbonne that they seem to kind of drive in untouched.
Right.
And that's definitely something that the Owls should be looking at. Making sure that they're playing physical, not fouling, but just, not letting people go through without any kind of challenge.
Right. You don't want to give it up, but you also don't want to make that. I call them petty fouls when you know that you kind of did it on purpose, but you don't want the ref to know you did it on purpose either. We have looked pretty good tonight with our free throws, though.
Been shooting 70% from the line on the day. And they've taken quite a few. They've gone to the line 25 times. So
definitely more consistent today. Might have been something they worked on after Thursday night's game. Gym's looking a little more packed now as well. Maybe this will give a little motivation.
Beamer coming in hot over there. Just trying to keep that ball in bounds. Almost ran out the stadium.
I know my coach, if we had so many turnovers, it would be a punishment the next day. She might not want that punishment.
Foul there on Beamer. Looked like she was reaching in, trying to.
That would be a petty foul for me.
After this game, don't forget that the men are playing, and the next time the women will be on the court will be February 1st at Blackburn College at 5:30. And then the next time that the Owls women's team will be at home will be February 8th. That's a Tuesday against Spalding University.
Another tech has been called. That would be on Fontbonne this time. The ball had gotten hit out called on Fontbonne, but
It was called on Bailey, number 3. Pitts doesn't get that first free throw. Looking to get the second. And the Owls will inbound the ball now after that technical foul. I know I'm up here and I can see the whole court. Whereas,
Right.
you know, when you're on the court, you got people in front of you, you're not able to see everything. But I feel like that ball should have gotten over to Moody a lot earlier because she had been standing completely unguarded for, you know, a good 5 to 7 seconds, I'd say.
yeah.
Which I know doesn't seem like a lot of time, but, you know, for in a basketball game, that's
A lot can happen.
for example, all that just took place, those passes and the shot took place in around 4 seconds.
Right. It's definitely different when you're in the game. It seems a lot faster than you believe it is. And, like, for us up here, like you said, it just seems a lot slower. Wide open down there. Ooh. Just not good enough.
A lot of ball movement here by the Owls. Taking some time, finding the right look. A 3 by Moody, just off its mark.
Score is pretty close right now with 5 minutes. A little over 5. Fontbonne came into this game not shooting as well, but their shots are definitely going in now.
They've seemed to, you know, get on a hot streak.
Yes.
Let's see if they can hold it out because it seemed to me like they started it kind of early, so
Right.
it'll be tough to sustain. But if they can, they'll definitely come out with the win on this. The score's all tied up right now. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left in the game. Plenty of basketball still to play. That was Beamer driving in.
Need more communication down there on defense.
That was a foul on Leak. We have a timeout called. With that timeout, I'll repeat the trivia question and give you all the answer to it. The question was, who won the first WNBA Sixth Man of the Year award, or Sixth Player of the Year award, because it's the WNBA, Who won the first WNBA Sixth Player of the Year award in 2007? The answer to that, Pinette Pearson.
Can't say I know much about her, but good job.
She was playing for the Minnesota Lynx when she won that.
Losing by 2 right now, and Fontbonne's getting the ball back. Let's see what the Owls can do in less than 4 minutes to go. We started out pretty good tonight. Hopefully we can come back before this is too late.
It's only a 2-point game, so it's definitely within reach still.
Right.
Shot clock winding down for him. Leak with the ball. Score still 59-57. Got 2 minutes 50 seconds left on the clock. A 3 by Pitts. Hitting the rim, not able to land in. That's Beamer with a wide open 3, just doesn't hit.
I probably would have given that one to the Owls, but
It didn't seem to be a jump ball called. It seemed to be just something happened down there that gave Fontbonne possession.
right.
And not sure what that was, but
A little crowded down there in the.
yeah, miscommunication it looked like too. I think Pitts was trying to hand it off to Patrick, who was just trying to move through the
Right.
space.
Way to keep that together, though. They didn't let that get in the way.
With that basketball leak now, it's only a 2-point game. 61-59, a minute 45 on the clock.
We need the Owls to rebound in a moment like that.
And that's a layup there for number 3, Bailey. Another one of those situations where she seemed to get to the basket a little bit too easily.
Right.
Langford pass to Essery. Goes for the layup, doesn't get it.
Foul is called, though. Good move. Doesn't fall.
Need another one of those clutch threes by Essery that we saw right before the end of that third quarter.
Less than a minute to go here.
score 63-59. Owls are down only by 4, though, so it's still within reach. 49.7 on the clock, 50 seconds on the shot clock. Have you ever been to a sporting event where you'll have somebody, generally an older guy, where they're sitting in the stands watching the event and listening to it on like a headset by what they're hearing on the radio?
Right.
I remember there's I used to go to a lot of Ole Miss baseball games with my grandparents, and there was a guy that would always sit kind of right behind us, not directly behind, but, just a couple rows back. And, he'd always have this huge yellow pair of headphones on and a little portable radio, and he'd be listening to the Ole Miss baseball game while watching the Ole Miss baseball game.
To me, that just sounds like he wanted to block out, the fans.
Yeah.
Make sure he had everything that, he was focused. I don't believe that the Owls are in the same energy that they came out with anymore.
They can force Fontbonne to shoot some free throws, and Fontbonne unable to get them because Fontbonne only shooting 50% from the line today.
Yeah.
So they can, right there, Beamer missing both of hers. Essery with a 3. Doesn't hit, but Pitts gets the rebound, and Langford gets the rebound to that. Puts it in.
And one. That's what we need right there.
If Langford can make this and one, it'll be a 1-point game with 33 seconds left on the clock.
We need to be really smart in these next few minutes.
It's only a 1-point game now, 63-62, 33 seconds on the clock. Owls playing some full court defense now, trying to force a mistake from Fontbonne. Owls lucky to get that foul called because there were 2 Fontbonne players completely unguarded that if they had gotten that pass off, it would have probably been a layup.
Yep. Fontbonne making those free throws now.
It's a 2-point game. And now it's a 3.
Just 1 3.
23 seconds left on the clock. If the Owls can put up a 3 and get it, they will tie the game up. Driving in, getting a foul call there. Unable to get the and one, though. I have a timeout called.
I like your new green shirt.
Alrighty. 14.1 seconds. Score 65-62. Owls going to the line. If she makes both of these free throws, it will be a 1-point game.
Definitely needed in this moment.
You know when you're playing basketball by yourself in your driveway and this is the kind of situation you're drawing up in your head, you know?
This is the final shot. What
It's a
can I do?
2-point game. I'm taking the three with 1 second left.
All the pressure's on you.
Yeah. I generally would always have to add time, though.
Cheating yourself.
I would miss my first shot, and then I'd be like, oh, he gets up second back, and he throws another one.
If only that's how the game worked. In our favor, at least.
Claire Leak gets that rebound. Have a timeout called. Owls will have possessions. 2-point game, 10 seconds left on the clock. I'm getting excited even thinking about it.
It makes me nervous, even though I'm not the one down there.
Yeah. It would be amazing to finish out this home game stretch with a win.
Yes.
Especially with a win like this. You know, to fight out to the last second and get that, you know, buzzer beater three or.
The threes have been pretty good tonight. If we could pull off one more.
If you were the coach, who would you want to put the ball in the hands of to try and get that?
Or Ezri have been doing pretty good tonight with the threes. Now that Langford is out, those would be my two options. They seem like they are also confident in their shooting as Langford is. And without her, that would be my go-to right now.
Essery, those 2 threes right before the end of that third quarter were, you know, just what they were needing at the time.
Right.
It could be that she pulls out that same clutchness.
Let's hope we
to
can
finish
do this.
out this game. Fontbonne definitely going to be playing some aggressive defense here.
Right. I see if we get one good screen, get that wide open three if possible.
Essery with the ball, driving. She loses it.
It's a foul.
Owls foul. Fontbonne will go to the line. 65-63, 2.9 seconds now. If Fontbonne misses these, there won't really be much time to do anything other than throw up that, you know, last chance, all or nothing shot.
Two-second timeout.
Missed both of those free throws. Timeout called. 2.4 seconds on the clock.
No, we've been saying that you can do a lot in just a few seconds. So
Let's see what they can do with 2.4. I don't even know how these fans are still sitting right now. I would be on my feet.
I was on edge at 1 minute. Now we're in 2. I could only do so much.
They're playing Sweet Caroline, which I don't think is the right song to fit the vibe of these final 2 seconds.
Not right now.
This is a good, you know, first quarter timeout kind of song.
Right. I guess they're trying to get the crowd a little interactive right now.
Maybe.
Just 2.4 seconds.
Essery shooting the three. It just doesn't hit. And that clock winds down. That three looked really good, though.
It did.
That looked like it was going.
That was a good plan on the Owls, though, to distract the team like that.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that one. The effort was there.
And that'll be it. The Owls will be unable to break that losing streak they got. Score 65-63. Owls now fall into a record of 5-11. Fontbonne moving up to 4-15. And y'all make sure to stay tuned for the men's game coming up next. And we enjoyed y'all, joining us for this one. And we'll see y'all again if y'all move over to that one. Kaylee will still be here for that one. And y'all have a good one.